Why do you think the branding has become such a big deal in the current marketplace for anybody, but especially for dentists? Because I have had, to be honest, I have had patients come to my office and said, "Man, I found you on YouTube, I found you on LinkedIn, I Google your name, your stuff comes up." So I realized the power of what the branding and what we do. Why do you think that's such an important thing for dentists to do to put themselves out there? Why do you think that's so important?
Well, like Brad would say, when people think of the best brands, they go there first, right? And, I can think of a lot of great companies out there that have created some amazing brands, and they can piggyback off of that with new patient recruiting, all the things that get the eyes on their particular business. It's such a huge, huge advantage because no one's doing it, right? I think 20 years ago, when dentists were saying, if you market your company, you're a sellout, you don't, if you have to market to patients, then you must be a bad dentist. Why would you ever market to patients? And then people started marketing, and it was like new patients started coming in because they're like, hey, I need to tell people that I am here and I'm a great dentist. This is a great place to be. I have an amazing opportunity for employees. And people were just coming in. And then, of course, you saw marketing take over, right? It's like we were doing radio, TV, newspaper. Man, remember when we were doing newspaper? That was a while back, but we were doing newspaper. And I know mailers still exist. I'm not quite sure how, but they do. They still exist. And so the marketing landscape has changed. And now it's what are you going to do differently beyond marketing? And so now it's this online branding. I mean, Gary Vee talks about it quite a bit. Brad's a big fan of Gary Vee. When you look at online gig economy, people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars just on brand content, shooting videos from home and saying, hey, here's a brand, look at it. Here's a brand, look at it. So really, this is the future is video content, it's branding content. People don't know that you're a great dentist or you're a great place to be unless you can put it out there. And we've got to get it to the masses. And so, hey, listen, I had my prayer right before I jumped on this podcast and said, please, Lord, let this information get to the people that it needs to hear. And so I'm very spiritual like that. I want to make sure that we're reaching the right people, the right relationships, and that we're making an impact. And so it's just important because it's what's happening now, right? We can't continue to do what we were doing 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. It's advancing. It's too quick. It's too fast.